Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something that, well, it feels ancient, but is also incredibly current. The Trojan horse.
Ah, yes, the old story. The giant wooden horse, the gift.
Exactly. Seems harmless, right? But inside, disaster for Troy.
It's such a powerful metaphor, and it translates almost perfectly to cybersecurity, to the idea of a digital Trojan.
Because it's not about breaking down the door, is it?
No, not at all. It's about deception, tricking its way in, malware that pretends to be something it's not, a master of disguise, really.
Right. And that's what we're digging into today. What are these digital Trojans? How do they actually, sneak onto our systems?
And the really fascinating part now, how artificial intelligence is changing everything for attackers and defenders.
Yeah, that AI angle sounds both amazing and, honestly, a bit scary. But the main goal here is to arm you, our listener, with the knowledge to spot these things and protect yourself.
Definitely. We've gone through a lot of material, research papers, security reports, expert takes. We want to cut through the tech speak.
Give you those aha moments, right? Make this stuff clear and maybe even memorable.
Hopefully. So you feel genuinely clued in on this. It's pretty vital stuff today.
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. A digital Trojan. Is it a specific virus, or is it more about the way it attacks? What defines it?
That's a really good way to put it. It's definitely more about the methodology. The core idea is disguise.
Disguise, okay.
Yeah, it pretends to be legitimate software, maybe a free game you download or a software update pop-up, could even be a PDF attachment.
Something you think you want or need.
Exactly. It tricks you, the user, into installing it. And that's the key difference from, say, a computer virus.
How so?
Well, a virus tries to replicate itself, attach to files, spread automatically. A Trojan can't do that. It relies completely on social engineering, on you clicking run or install.
So it needs our help, essentially. We have to open the gate.
Precisely. And it's different from a worm, too. Worms spread across networks by themselves, exploiting holes. A Trojan is usually more like a delivery truck.
A delivery truck for what?
For other nasty stuff. Once you let it in, its first job is often to set up a secret entrance, a back door. And that back door lets it talk to its masters, the attackers, through what we call command and control servers, C2 servers.
Right, C2. Heard that term. So it calls home for instructions.
Yeah, basically. What do you want me to do now? And that allows for persistent access. They can stay inside for a long time.
Okay, so deception gets it in the door. How do they manage that? What kind of disguises are we talking about, practically speaking?
Oh, they're clever. They mimic popular software, maybe a cracked version someone downloads illegally, or fake antivirus alerts. Your PC is infected, click here.
Classic scare tactics.
Totally. Or email attachments, like you mentioned. An invoice that's actually an executable file. Sometimes they hide the real extension, like invoice.pdf.exe. Looks like a PDF, but...
Tricky. So watch those file extensions.
Absolutely. Fake software updates are common too. Multimedia files, they come through phishing emails, bad ads, malvertising, or infected websites doing drive-by downloads.
But always
Requires you to interact. Click, download, open. It won't just happen by itself.
Okay, so that crucial click happens. Someone falls for it. What's the immediate next step for the Trojan? What does it do once it's executed?
Right, so once it runs, it installs itself pretty quickly. Often it'll tweak system settings, so it starts up automatically every time you turn on your computer.
To make sure it stays there.
Yeah, persistence.
Yeah.
And it needs to hide. So it uses techniques, sometimes like rootkits, to bury itself deep in the system or pretend to be a normal essential process.
Sneaky.
Very. Sometimes the initial thing you click is just a tiny program called a dropper. Its only job is to connect to the internet and download the real, heavier malware payload.
Okay, the payload, this is where it gets really interesting or worrying. What kind of damage can these things actually do? What's the cargo inside this digital horse?
The payload can be almost anything, which is what makes Trojans so versatile and dangerous. It's a delivery system.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Okay, well, you have remote access Trojans, RATs. These give the attacker complete remote control over your computer.
Wow, like they're sitting at your keyboard.
Pretty much. They can see your screen, steal files, install more stuff, use your computer to attack others. Full control.
Unnerving. What else?
Then there are banking Trojans, designed specifically to steal your online banking logins, credit card numbers, intercept transactions. Very focused.
Financial theft.
Yep. And ransomware, of course. We hear a lot about that. A Trojan can deliver ransomware that encrypts all your files.
And demands money to get them back.
Exactly. Then you've got downloader Trojans, which, like the dropper, just exist to pull down more malware. Spyware Trojans watch everything you do, log your keystrokes, take screenshots, steal data.
Constant surveillance.
And finally, DDoS Trojans. These turn your computer into part of a botnet, a zombie army.
Used to overwhelm websites or services with traffic.
That's the one. Distributed denial of service. So, yeah, a huge range of potential damage.
So they're built for the long haul, often. Hiding, stealing, controlling. And just when that sinks in, AI enters the picture.
Ah, yes. AI, it's really changing the landscape here, both for good and, for bad.
Okay, let's start with the good. Our sources mention something surprising in education. Using Trojans beneficially.
Yeah, it's quite clever. Some teachers are using a kind of AI Trojan horse technique to spot AI-written essays.
How does that work?
They embed hidden instructions in the assignment prompt, like asking students to include specific, maybe unusual words, Frankenstein or banana, were examples given but written in white font.
Invisible to the student reading it normally.
Right. But if the student just feeds the prompt into an AI, the AI might pick up those hidden words and include them in the essay. Suddenly, banana appears out of nowhere.
That's brilliant. A hidden tell.
Exactly. Some also use tools to check the document's history, the metadata. How fast was it written? Was it pasted in large chunks? Clues like that? It's using hidden information defensively.
A really smart flip of the concept. But okay, now the flip side. The more alarming cybersecurity implications. How is AI making malicious Trojans worse?
This is where it gets serious. One major threat is something called model serialization attacks.
Model serialization. Sounds technical.
It kind of is, but the concept is key. AI models, when they're ready to be used, are often saved or serialized into a file. Think of frameworks like PyTorch or TensorFlow, often using a format called pickle in Python.
Okay, saving the AI brain, basically.
Sort of. Now, attackers have figured out how to inject malicious code directly into that saved model file.
Whoa, inside the AI itself.
Yes. So when a company or developer loads that seemingly legitimate AI model to use it, boom, the hidden malicious code runs.
And normal security software might not even see it coming?
Often no, because it looks like part of the AI model, not a separate bad file. It's incredibly stealthy.
That's a whole new level of infiltration. What else?
Data poisoning. This is another big one. Attackers deliberately feed bad or misleading data into the huge data sets used to train AI models.
To mess with its learning.
Exactly. To subtly change how the AI behaves later. The example often used is terrifying. Poisoning the training data for a self-driving car's AI so it misidentifies a stop sign as, say, a yield sign.
Yikes. The potential consequences are huge.
Massive. It's manipulating the AI's fundamental understanding of the world.
Now, our sources also mention the term AI Trojan horse, being used more metaphorically for broader societal worries.
That's right. It's used as a kind of warning label sometimes. Again, we're just reporting what the sources discuss here, not taking sides.
Understood. So what are these metaphorical uses?
Well, one area is concern about ideological bias potentially creeping into AI. The worry, as expressed in some sources, is that if the data used to train large language models predominantly reflects, say, left-leaning viewpoints, the AI's output might subtly shape public opinion in that direction.
So the AI itself isn't malicious, but its potential influence could be seen as a kind of hidden agenda, a Trojan horse for a particular ideology.
That's the concern raised, yeah. Leading to calls for more transparency and balance in how these AIs are built and trained. Another metaphorical example relates to universal basic income, or UBI.
How does that connect?
The argument presented in C discussions is that the very real prospect of AI causing job losses could be used as a sort of Trojan horse justification to push for large-scale government programs like UBI.
The fear being increased dependency.
The expressed fear is that it could lead to greater reliance on the state, framed as a necessary response to AI, but perhaps with unintended long-term social or political consequences. Again, these are complex debates using the Trojan metaphor.
Very complex. It really shows how a powerful idea like the Trojan horse can apply way beyond just malware. Okay, back to the tech side. Given these advanced AI threats, what's being done to fight back? What are the defenses?
Things are definitely evolving. A really important concept gaining traction is the AI Bill of Materials, or AI-BOO.
Like a list of ingredients.
Exactly. It details everything that went into an AI model, where the data came from, the pre-trained models used, the software libraries. It boosts transparency and helps verify integrity.
So you know what's actually in the AI you're using.
Precisely. And then there are new secure scanning tools. Companies like Protect AI have tools like Guardian that can scan these serialized AI model files in real time.
And they can find the bad stuff.
Crucially, they're designed to detect malicious code without having to fully load or deserialize the model first. They can spot the danger before it executes. That's a huge step for tackling those embedded AI Trojans.
That sounds vital. Okay, let's make this even more concrete. Can you walk us through some infamous traditional Trojan attacks, ones that really show their impact?
Sure. History gives us some stark lessons. Remember I Love You back in 2000? Often called a worm, but it acted like a Trojan disguised as a love letter email attachment.
Oh yeah, that caused chaos, didn't it?
Massive chaos. Infected over 10 million Windows PCs. Pure social engineering preying on curiosity. Then there was Zeus around 2009.
The banking Trojan.
That's the one. Really sophisticated.
Yeah.
It hit over 74,000 FTP accounts, many on big-name company websites, specifically going after financial data, and CryptoLocker in 2013.
Ransomware.
A major early ransomware variant delivered via Trojan, infected maybe 250,000 computers, extorted an estimated $3 million, really brought ransomware into the mainstream consciousness.
And it's not just data theft or money.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets physical, right?
Absolutely. Black Energy is a chilling example. Started as a typical Trojan, but by 2015 it was used in attacks against critical infrastructure in Ukraine.
The power grid.
Yes, it helped shut down power for about 1.4 million people for hours. That was a wake-up call, cyber attacks causing real physical disruption, and even recently, LokiBot in 2020.
What did that do?
It was an info stealer disguised as a launcher for the game Fortnite. Shows how they target popular culture, things people trust.
Gaming. Always a popular target. Okay, so that's the traditional stuff. Now, what about the cutting edge? AI-powered Trojans. Are there specific examples of those in action?
Yes, the threat is evolving fast. One really concerning recent example is the Trojan puzzle attack.
Trojan puzzle. What does that target?
AI coding assistants. Tools like GitHub Copilot or OpenAI's Codex that help developers write code.
How does it attack them?
Attackers poison the training data for these assistants. They hide malicious code suggestions within things like comments, doc strings, or code templates, sometimes using invisible characters.
So the AI assistant itself starts suggesting bad code to developers.
Exactly. It's a supply chain attack targeting the tools developers rely on. And it's sneaky, often missed by standard security checks. A huge risk.
Wow. Poisoning the well for software development itself. That's insidious. What else?
There was a campaign using Drainer malware, really sophisticated social engineering.
How did that work?
They set up fake AI and gaming companies. Then they'd reach out to people directly on X, Telegram, Discord, inviting them to test some new Gata software.
And the software was...
A Trojan, of course, designed to steal crypto wallets, browser passwords, login credentials, classic Trojan payload, but delivered through a very modern, convincing lure involving AI hype.
leveraging excitement about new tech.
Precisely. And state-sponsored groups are in on it, too. Forest Blizzard, also known as Fancy Bear, linked to Russia, reportedly uses AI to make their phishing emails and social engineering lures much more convincing.
AI writing better fake emails. Great.
Yeah, leading to breaches in government and critical infrastructure. And finally, researchers recently showed they could train an open-source AI model, Quinn 2.5, to generate malware.
Generate new malware.
Yes, and after about 3 months of training, the malware it generated could bypass Microsoft Defender for endpoint security software about 8% of the time.
8% might not sound huge, but...
But it shows that AI is lowering the bar for creating effective, evasive malware. You don't need to be an elite coder anymore. That's the worry.
Okay, this is a lot. So, bringing it back to the individual, what does this mean for you listening? How can you even tell if one of these sneaky Trojans might be on your system?
It can be subtle, but there are definitely signs to watch for. Are there programs or processes running you don't recognize that suddenly appeared?
Check Task Manager, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Is your system suddenly slow or crashing way more often? That can be a sign something's running in the background.
Performance hits? Okay.
Look at your network activity. Is there weird traffic going out, especially to strange addresses you don't recognize? Your security software might flag this.
Unexpected connections. Got it.
Obvious red flags are unauthorized bank transactions or weird credit card charges. And maybe a sudden explosion of pop-up ads or friends telling you they're getting spam sent from your email account.
Right. If your account is compromised and sending stuff out, those are good indicators. So the big question, Prevention. How do we build that strong defense? What's our shield?
It has to be multi-layered. There's no single magic bullet. First and foremost, use good, reputable antivirus or anti-malware software.
Any names you'd recommend looking into?
While established players like Sophos, Norton, Bitdefender, Malwarebytes, McAfee, Avast, they all use advanced techniques now. AI, behavior analysis, heuristics to spot unknown threats, real-time updates.
So keep it installed and updated.
Absolutely critical.
Huh.
Enable real-time protection and automatic updates for everything, your OS, your browser, all your software, not just security tools. Patching known holes is vital.
Well,
Limit administrative privileges. Don't run your main user account with full admin rights all the time. This makes it harder for malware to install itself deeply or do serious damage.
makes sense. Less power for the bad guys if they get in.
Precisely. And backups. Regular tested backups, preferably kept offline or separate. If ransomware hits, a good backup is your lifeline.
Cannot stress backups enough.
Never. And maybe the most important layer. User awareness and training. Be skeptical. Don't download from shady websites. Be very careful with email attachments, even from people you know. Think before you click links.
That human element again. Vigilance.
It's huge. And consider using email and web filtering tools.
What?
Many email services have good spam filters now, and browser security can block known bad sites. Add those layers.
Okay, multi-layered defense. But what if, despite everything, you suspect an infection? Or your antivirus flags a Trojan? What's the immediate plan?
Okay, first, don't panic, but act fast. Restart your computer in safe mode. This loads a minimal set of drivers and services, often stopping the malware from running.
Safe mode. Got it.
Then, run a full system scan with your updated antivirus software. Let it find and quarantine or remove anything malicious.
Let a tool do its work.
Right. After the scan, manually check your installed programs list. Uninstall anything suspicious you didn't install yourself or that appeared recently. Same for browser extensions.
Clean house.
Yep. Also, check your system's startup items. Use Task Manager or system configuration tools to disable any suspicious programs set to launch automatically when Windows starts.
Stop it from coming back.
Exactly. And if you find your files are encrypted or data seems compromised, that's when you go to your ace in the hole. Restore from a known, clean backup. Wipe the drive if necessary, reinstall the OS, and restore your clean data.
The backup saves the day. Okay, so wrapping this up. This deep dive really shows that digital Trojans are these masters of disguise.
Right.
They're always evolving.
Always. And AI is just the latest powerful accelerant, making them stealthier, more convincing, and even easier to create in some ways.
They rely on tricking us to get inside, and once they're in, the damage can be incredibly varied. Ransomware, spying, theft.
Which is why vigilance and that multi-layered defense are just so crucial. Your knowledge, your critical thinking about what you click and download, plus good security tools, that's the combination you need.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. Beyond actual malware, what hidden triggers or Trojan horses might be subtly influencing the information you consume every day, online or even offline? How might you apply what we've talked about today, that need for critical evaluation, to those less obvious influences?
Something to consider. Thanks for joining us on this Deep Dive.